Welcome students. Today I will discuss AC circuit, alternating current. And this is very important because whatever we have discussed till now, all these are DC current, direct current. So there is a fixed direction of current, but in the case of AC alternating current, the direction always changes and it moves sinusoidally. So that we have to discuss in this chapter. Now, first, how we can generate AC current? How we can generate AC current? See, so how we can generate AC current? So two opposite poles are placed face to face, and we have made these ends curved, concave shape. So why we have made this? This is north pole, this is south pole. The field lines are going like this. See, it is not uniform magnetic field, but whenever we make the poles curved, then here we will get uniform magnetic field. So we have to take the poles in this way, the ends of the magnet in this way. Now a rectangular coil is placed here. This is the plane of the coil, and which can rotate about an axis perpendicular to the magnetic field. This coil can rotate freely about an axis which remains perpendicular to the magnetic field. Now, two ends are coming from this coil, two rings are connected. These are known as slip rings are connected. And with this ring, two graphite brushes, we have to place two graphite brushes just touching the rings. Okay, there is no fixed connection, only touching the rings. Then from here we can collect the output voltage. So this is the construction. Here uniform magnetic field is produced, rectangular coil is produced which can rotate about an axis perpendicular to the magnetic field. Two ends are coming out from the coil, and this coil is known as armature. This coil is known as armature. Two ends are coming out. These two ends are connected to two rings, slip rings, and with the rings, two graphite brushes are placed just by touching the ring. Then from these two ends we can collect the output voltage. Now what is happening here? This is the armature, and here the turns are made. So we can say this is the plane of the coil. So this is the plane of the coil, and the magnetic field is moving like this. So this is the in pole, this is the south pole. So north and south, and field lines are going like this. So when the coil, plane of the coil remains perpendicular to the field, then maximum lines of force will touch here. So when the plane of the coil remains perpendicular to the field, then maximum lines of force will touch here. Now when it is rotating and becomes parallel, the plane becomes parallel to the field, then lines of force become zero. So during the rotation of the coil, the lines of force related with the coil changes always. And this is the cause of EM induction, which is given by Faraday. So whenever the coil is rotating in the field, then the magnetic flux related with the coil changes periodically, and EMF will be induced. Now at any instant, the plane makes an angle theta with the field. Then what is the flux? The flux equal phi equal to N A D cos theta. What is the meaning of N? It is the number of turns made here. A is the area of the plane where the turns are made, area of the plane, and B is the magnetic intensity, and theta is the angle made by the plane at any instant. Now we can write here NAB or omega t. So d phi dt equal to what? D phi dt equal to minus NAB omega sin omega t. And see, this is a constant term which is the maximum induced EMF. Now we have E equal to minus d phi dt, and this maximum induced EMF is denoted by E0, then E0 sin omega t. So the induced EMF varies with time, sinusoidally like this. So this is E0 and this is minus E0. Okay? Then we can say that the induced EMF varies with time, sinusoidally. So this is the working principle of AC generator. Now we have discussed just now that AC varies sinusoidal. That AC current also varies sinusoidally. And then what will be the equation? I equal to I0 sin omega t. Now how we can represent the AC current, because it varies with time and the value of AC current is different for different instant. So that this is called as instantaneous current. So instantaneous current expression is this. Now if we say that find out the average value. So in one time period, what is the average value? I average, that is I dt 0 to t by t, that is I0 by t 0 to t sin omega t dt. And here it is coming I0 by omega t and cos omega t with negative sign 0 to t. So here if you put the values, cos 0 is cos 0, here I 0, omega t means 2 pi. Why? Because omega equal to 2 pi by t, then omega t equal to 2 pi. Okay, then cos 0 minus, as it is negative sign is there, cos 0 minus cos omega t, that is 2 pi also. So here is 1, here is 1, because this one is 2 pi, this one is 2 pi. So the average value is 0. So graphically also you can say, see, this is the positive value, positive direction current, here is negative direction current, and these are equal and opposite. So what is the average value? 0. But we can find out the average value in half time, that we can find, because here no negative, only positive, or this side also only negative. So in half time period, what is the average value? So in full time period, the average value is 0, because we are getting equal amount of positive and negative current. Now we can find out the average value for half time period. I average for t by 2, obviously I average, then 0 to t by 2 I dt by t by 2, that is 2 by t 0 to t by 2 I0 sin omega t dt, and this is coming 2I0 by t, 2I0 by t 0 to t by 2 and sin omega t dt. So integration is done here, and this is omega coming out minus omega t 0 to t by 2. So here it is 2I0 by 2 pi into cos 0 minus cos omega t by 2, means what? Omega t by 2 means what? Pi. Because omega t is 2 pi, so by 2 is pi. Pi is minus 1, so it will be this is 1 and this is minus 1, so no negative sign is there. That's why it is 2I0 by pi. So this is the average value in half time period. In half time period we can find out the value, average value, but in full time period it is 0. So AC alternating current is represented in the form of RMS current. Root means square. Okay. So as we are getting zero value for a total time period, the zero value is coming. That's why we have to consider the RMS value. How it is coming? RMS square. So RMS means we have to take the square of instantaneous current and we have to sum up them and then the average in between the full time period. That means RMS square. So we are taking the sum of the square. Sum of the square means 0 to t I square dt by t. That is 1 by t 0 to t I 0 square sine square omega t dt. And that is I 0 square by t. 2 I am taking here. So here we can put 2 sine square omega t dt. That is I 0 square 2t and 0 to t 1 minus cos 2 omega t dt. So here is coming I 0 square by 2t 0 to t dt and 0 to t cos 2 omega t dt equals to 0. Because total time period means we know that cos all sine tan cos, so 2 times positive and 2 times negative. That's why the total value will be 0 for a total angle means 360 degree or 2 pi. Now here it is coming I0 square by 2. So what is the RMS value? RMS equal to I0 by root 2. This is the RMS value. So in full time period we cannot find out the average value. We can find out only the RMS value. Okay. Now the ratio of RMS value and average value is known as the form factor. So form factor is equal to I RMS by I average. So I0 by root 2 and here it is 2 I0 by pi. 2 I0 by 2. So here it is coming I by root 2 and here it is value is 1.1. So the RMS, what is form factor? It is the ratio of RMS current and average current is known as the form factor. Now we have some basic elements related with AC circuits, which are resistors, inductor and capacitor. So these are the elements of AC circuits. In electrical circuit, these are the elements, and electronic circuit, diode, transistor, all these. So how we can treat these elements, these components individually? Let us consider resistance only. One resistance and AC current is supplied here. Let the supplied EMF is equal to E0 sin omega t. That we have proved in AC generator. Then what is the current? Current equal to E by R, that is E0 by R sin omega t, and that is I0 sin omega t. So you see I equal to I0 sin omega t. So this current and this EMF, they are in same phase, because here it is sin omega t, here it is sin omega t, nothing else. So in the phasor diagram, phase can be represented with this diagram. So the phasor diagram is E and I. So here, and if we plot graphically, it will be like this: I and E. Okay. So this is the circuit contents with one resistor. And what is the power? Power is P instantaneous is E into I, that is E0 I0 sine square omega t. And here we can write E0 I0 by 2 1 minus cos 2 omega t, cos 2 omega t, as 2 sine square omega t means 1 minus cos 2 theta. So what is the average? Average equal to 0 to t pi dt by t. Here it is coming E0 by E0 I0 to t 0 to t dt as 0 to t cos 2 omega t dt equal to 0. So total value in one circle, the cos value is 0. And here it is coming E0 by root 2 and I0 by root 2. This is known as ERMS into IRMS. So what is the power? Average power generated is ERMS into IRMS for a resistor. Now coming to the inductor. And this is the inductor, and here AC current is supplied. And what is the supplied EMF? E equal to E0 sin omega t. Now for inductor, the L, we know that E equal to L di dt. Then di equal to E0 by L sin omega t and dt. We can integrate 0 to t, here it is 0 to t. So it is I equal to E0 by L omega cos omega t. See, here it should come 1 minus cos omega t, because cos 0, the value of cos 0 is 1. But you know that EMF is varying with time. EMF is varying with time, then how the current remains constant? So we have not considered the constant term. Now here it is E0 by XL cos omega t. Cos omega t can be written in the form of sin omega t minus pi by 2. Here it is minus cos omega t actually. Sin increase is minus cos omega t. So this XL is known as inductive reactance. Inductive reactance. So this XL is known as inductive reactance. Now this is I0 sin of omega t minus pi by 2. So you see the supplied EMF is sin omega t. Here it is sin omega t minus pi by 2. There is a difference of phase, and what is the phase difference? Pi by 2, and minus means lag behind. So we can draw the graph phasor diagram also here. If it is E and I lag behind means I is here. Or if you consider I here, then E will be like this. So here the time E, and E is going like this, and I should be from here. So lag behind 90 degree. Now what is the power? Instantaneous power Pi equal to E into I, that is E0 sin omega t, and here it is I0 cos omega t. That is E0 I0 by 2 into sin 2 omega t. Then average power is 0 to t pi dt by t, that is E0 I0 by 2t in and 0 to t sin 2 omega t dt. Here also this value will be 0, because in a full circle sign has 2 times positive, 2 times negative. So this is 0, then it is E0 I0. So the total power is 0. Because see, EMF is the force you can consider here, and current is the displacement. So they are in 90 degree. In terms of power 0, as EMF and current remains 90 degree to each other. So this is inductor. Now coming to the capacitor. So a capacitor is considered, this is a capacitor C, and here the AC is supplied, then supplied is E equal to E0 sin omega t, and we know that Q equal to C into E, that is C E0 sin omega t. So dq dt equal to C E0 or C omega cos omega t. C omega cos omega t. And this is I equal to E0 1 by C omega and cos omega sin omega t plus pi by 2. So this term is known as Xc, which is known as capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance. Then here I equal to I0 sin of omega t plus pi by 2. So see, supplied EMF is sin omega t. Here it is sin omega t plus pi by 2. So plus pi by 2 phase will lead the current. The phase of current will lead with respect to the EMF. Then what is the value? The leading value is pi by 2. So what will be the phasor diagram? Phasor diagram will be like this. That this is E, then I is this. Or you can consider here that I is here, then E will be like this. So the diagram will be like this: E or I, and here it is T. Then it should. This is E, and I should be straight. So this is the current lead here, and that time current lag here. Now what is the power? Power is instantaneous power is EI, that is E0 I0 sin omega t cos omega t, and that is E0 I0 by 2 sin 2 omega t. Then what is the average power? 0 to t pi dt by t, that is E0 I0 by 2t, and 0 to t sin of 2 omega t dt. And this value will be 0 in a full time load. Then average power is 0. So these are the basic components. Next class we will combine. Thank you, and read properly and practice.